Guyana Water Incorporated is advising residents in flood-affected areas to boil all water used for drinking and cooking purposes. This is to prevent persons from contracting waterborne diseases through contaminated water seeping into the pipelines. The water may contain sewage from leaky sewage system, pit latrines, or animal waste. The company support center is located at its Shelter Belt location on Lusignan Road. When the news returns, a 25-year-old cosmetologist is fatally stabbed in her home by bandits, sending West Rhineveld into a state of shock.
And later, Courts Guyana Incorporated launches a new store at Parika, offering consumers over 5,000 square feet of shopping space. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the NCN 6 o'clock news. City Hall, responsible for the enforcement of city bylaws, has admitted that litter laws exist but are not being enforced. Deputy Mayor Robert Williams cites manpower as the reason for City Hall's negligence, while blaming businesses and citizens for contributing to the problem. Nicole Telford filed that story.
It has been posited by many that the general public is aware of the consequences of littering. One of such is flooding caused by clogged drains. It is believed, too, that fines and penalties for littering are also known by the populace, but there is something amiss. Now, Deputy Mayor Robert Williams says City Hall does not have the resources to enforce city bylaws allowing for the phenomena such as littering.
The issue that we do not have the quantum of constables to engage in this operation. And when you take people to court, it's about 5 appearances if the people don't plead guilty before the matter is resolved. Because the case is, you plead first, then you come for trial, then the trial takes 2 or 3 sessions before a decision is made.
He added that minor offenders are given warnings, but he insists businesses and citizens ought to dispose of their garbage in a better manner.
We have been speaking with businessmen, talking to them about not encouraging social rejects in society from engaging in the collection of their waste and disposing of them at alley heads and sometimes in the alleys.
Williams added that the flooding of the coastline and the city of Georgetown has, among other issues, to do with the unnecessary buildup of garbage in our waterways.
Fine, the city is there to clear the obstacles, but we can be assisted if the obstacles are not put in these areas so that we can discharge our responsibility, particularly where chokes may take place.
Today, a visit to various locations around Georgetown saw alleyways clogged with 4 feet high grass and litter. The deputy mayor did not, however, comment on the overgrowth in alleyways. There have, however, been complaints that there is an inefficient amount of garbage receptacles, and those that are available are overflowing, similar to canals whose outfalls are blocked by garbage. Nicole Telford, NCN 6 o'clock news.
The Ministry of Agriculture's Drainage and Irrigation Department is assuring all residents and farmers along the coastal area that the East Demerara Water Conservancy is under control and hasn't had any breaches. Here's more in this report.
Chief Executive Officer of the National Drainage and Irrigation Authority, Lionel Wordsworth, has indicated that there is constant monitoring and evaluation of the East Demerara Water Conservancy. This was highlighted in a release by the Ministry of Agriculture. The CEO further assured that there is no threat to the structure of the Conservancy. In this regard, he pointed out that the crest of the Conservancy is 59.0 GD and the current water level is 57.45 GD, a difference of 1.55 GD, which is well below the maximum level. Wordsworth added that there has not been any breach or overtopping at the Conservancy since 2002, and this continues to date. However, it has been noted that the NDIA has deployed over 76 pumps and 28 excavators at strategic locations for effectiveness, and engineers are also deployed in various regions to monitor the situation closely. Meanwhile, the forecast commencing 19 hours this evening and valid for the next 12 hours. There will be cloudy to overcast conditions for most of the period. The Met Office says some coastal locations may experience occasional showers, light intermittent rain, and possible outbursts of thunder during the night and early morning tomorrow. Rainfall is expected to range between 0 to 25 millimeters. The tide is expected to be at its lowest point of 0.49 meters just after midnight, and high tide will be at 7 hours 1 at maximum height of 2.87 meters. Northeasterly to easterly winds will be at 0.4 meters per second, becoming calm at times over near inland and interior locations. The temperature is likely to reach a minimum value of 23.0 to 24.5 Celsius along the coast and 19.5 to 23.0 Celsius elsewhere. Georgetown will see cloudy to overcast conditions with possible showers and intermittent rain. Sunrise will be at 5 hours 57. Ernestine Jagnaran reporting for the NCN 6 o'clock news.
Thank you, Ernestine. A West Rheinveld cosmetologist has succumbed to injuries sustained by the hands of knife-wielding bandits following a robbery at her home last night. Relatives say doctors at the public hospital of Georgetown tried their best to save her, but she died 2 hours later. Efforts are being made to get that story up for you later in the cast or in a subsequent newscast. Courts Guyana Incorporated has launched a new store at Perica offering customers over 5,000 square feet of shopping space. Court says this represents an increase of over 70% over the previous store, affording customers a wider range of merchandise. The new Court store is an investment which demonstrates Court's long-term commitment to serving the needs of the West Demerara and Essequibo communities.